Now, a few months ago, then I was invited to go and preach in Machakos prison. And so they had this graduation where they had prisoners who had done a class, a discipleship class, and they were on one side. And then on this side, the ones that were graduating. And on the other side, there was the relatives of the prisoners that were graduating, that the prison had allowed them to come and witness the graduation of their relatives. And so they asked me to speak in that meeting. And as I was speaking, God told me to tell them that some of them are there and they will not finish their prison terms, that they will be released by appeal, and some of them will be released by presidential pardon. And so I obeyed God and began to say those things. You know, there are things that God tells you to say, and you don't analyze them too much, because if you begin analyzing them, they become mountains in your head. You don't understand. And I prophesied like that, and the people were there celebrating, you know, how, and then I went home. And the devil began to speak to me. And the devil told me, you are very proud. You are very arrogant. What is that you are telling prisoners? Do you know the formula for getting someone out of prison on presidential appeal? Do you know how many people have got to sign? How many prison wardens? How many the rulers of that prison? Do you know how many people have to sign up there until it goes and arrives in State House? Do you know how many people have been recommended to be released on presidential pardon so that the eyes of the president can just fall on the ones who are preaching in Macha? Do you know? And that day I slept feeling, wondering, what is that I said? So then I was preaching in that lunch hour meeting another time, and somebody came at the end, and they were two of them. They came and they greeted me. And this guy asked me, do you remember this guy? I said, no. He said, this guy, the day we went to preach in the prison, this guy is one of the people that we prayed with. He had been on death row. He had been sentenced to be hanged until he is dead. And he had given up hope. He had been in prison for 7 years. His wife waited for him for 2 years, and then she left. And they sold his property. Even his father had allocated the place where he will be buried when the government kills him. And now he came to church and he told me, my appeal went through and the court of appeal has released me. And I am not the only one. There are others. I am the one who came back to say thank you. I told the devil, you are a liar. You are asking me if I know the formula, if I know the method. I don't know the formula, but I know the one who knows the formula. I don't know the method, but I know the one who knows the method. And I have come to tell you that God will appear to you. God will do a miracle for you. I don't know the formula, but the Lord who knows the formula has told me to tell you he will appear to you again. And somebody say amen.